So the first thing I have to ask is, why are there 11 members in Typhoon?
A lot of people ask me that, like, why such a large quantity, but these people are all my friends. Like, why do you have 11 friends? Wouldn't it be easier if you had 8 friends? And like, which friends do you need to get rid of? So it doesn't really come out as a numerical problem. It's just, this is what we're used to. What we end up doing is we sort of just absorb a lot of like the administrative and operational duties.
So does having 11 people, does that hinder
great
things, or does it?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing, like, only little things, like, should we get a pizza for everybody? And then, like, of course, 2 people are like, oh, we don't eat pizza. But on the whole, making decisions, I think, is easier. A peer pressure that's very strong, because you don't want to piss off, like, 10 people that you're traveling with. It's like, it's a crowd. It's not just a band, it's like a crowd of people. Yeah, so 2 things. That's a good question. I know what it's like to have it, and I had it for several months when I was a kid, but it was more the fallout from it. It mutated my immune system, and I had some complications. Really, what I have suffered from is illnesses related to that. They think the Lyme disease is just sort of me. It's a poetic interpretation of what's happened to me. I think of like a bug biting you as like this one moment that could have been prevented but wasn't, that changed my life inextricably, and it was a tiny little thing. And I like that idea of this bug bite, and it's central to my songs, you're right. But I don't think, at no point am I trying to explain like my own personal Lyme disease. I'm more explaining the pathos of being sick. And that was like my life for a long time, and to some extent still, but I think it's getting easier for me to make my own decisions about how healthy I feel, and a lot of it has to do with sort of mind over matter, understanding my own life on my own terms, I guess. Putting like my experiences of life into the matrix of music really helps. It does help me make sense of it. We love Boise. I don't know about people adoring us, I can't speak to that. But I do have like it's an interesting relationship with your city, because our old label mates Finn Riggins, who are like not only being an awesome band, but like being such like active members of this community. I know Eric like organizes Tree Fort in large part, and yeah, he's Eric Gilbert is the man. He's always been so good to us when we come out here.
So yeah, for these people who just love you guys and they're musicians and they see your career path and they're like, I want to do that, what kind of things would you have to say to them?
I would say really examine what it is about music that you're attracted to, because I know there are a lot of conceptions about what it means to be a musician. Don't get into it for money. No one does that. That's absurd. You're not going to make money. 2, don't get into it for vanity. Don't do it because you think it looks cool and it makes you look cool and you want people to idolize you, because that's probably an even worse reason. And yet, I think that's a pretty common reason, and one that I even have to like. I say that, but then I have to grapple with it. Like, what are the reasons I do this? And I think it's because I love playing music, and I love playing music with my friends. I wouldn't give it up. When I've tried to, I get very unhappy.
You guys come from Portland, and it is a thriving music community, and Boise is very similar in its community feel. Do you feel like that the community itself helped you greatly, or do you find that almost the community of the band members yourselves is what really compels you?
I think an idea of community certainly is what has gotten us to where we are now, or like at least in the mindset where we're at now. I'm not sure my ideas on Portland community. I know like in my own neighborhood I have neighbors I like I have like a work community that I work with, but you know, it's a big enough city that there are many communities within it.
Your band to me is very, very different. What does Typhoon mean to you, the heart of it?
This might sound strange. The music is somewhat second to it. Sometimes the music I can take or leave, like I want to not play music for a while, I want to have a break from it, but these people, I think we have something kind of special. We have a group of people that gets along for the most part. It's a way of having a meaningful group experience, like sharing your reality with other people and kind of creating it together. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you
And we'll
so
see
much
you out
for
there.
sitting down.
Yeah, totally.